everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have super exciting stuff to show you today, and not just today in this video, but come back in a little bit if you're watching this the day I post this, because look at this. I have this because starting tomorrow, if you're watching this the day this posted, we have a sale. So I'm going to point some stuff out in here when I'm done. So stick around all the way to the end of the video. I'm going to show you a really fun card that has several things that are on sale on the card. But after I post this video, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you dies in the back of this that are on sale. But after I'm done filming this, Mr. UPS just came. So it took all of my self-control. I haven't even opened this. I can't tell you how difficult that is. But if you can see my desk, I'm working on Eden's Gardens class. So it's all, the packages are done. They're all in there. They're ready for me to just put the labels on. And I have we're doing 4 projects. 2 of them are filmed, but I moved it all out of the way. And those dies are messy dies. You know, sometimes the dies are super messy and like tons of bits fall out. There are bits everywhere. And if you're in that class, we do a lot of die cuts because they're so pretty. But it makes a huge mess, just be forewarned. Although I've done 6 because we're doing 4 projects. So I've made 4 and filmed 2, so I've done 6. So I have bits of dies everywhere. But look what I have. I have the upcoming celebration catalog that starts on January 4th. Not allowed to show you the inside, so that kind of helps me not be able to open them and look. And then I have the mini catalog that starts in January as well. So this goes from January 4th to the end of February, and this goes from January to June. So you'll hear us refer to it as the JJ catalog, because sometimes too many words. So if you're on my email list, you will find out how you can get one of these in very early December, because I mail them out. I don't let Stampin' Up! Do it because I know how I feel, and I want to have it in my hands as soon as possible, and I want my customers to be the same. I don't want you to have to wait for Stampin' Up! To do it, and they use the most inexpensive mail, so it takes a minute. But for today, I'm going to do a really quick little card for you. It's super cute, but there is a sale, and it is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. So the card stock in this catalog, and go to my website, or if you're on my email list, then I'll have the most up-to-date information, because it's not all it's card stock. It will be 10% off. The classic inks will be 15% off. And just last week, in my how-to series, I take you from the minute you get your ink pad and it's in the plastic, like how to care for it, how to get the stickers on, how to re-ink it, all the way through the life of an ink pad. So that happened to be my how-to before I even knew they were going to be on sale. So they're 15% off. And then the dies are 20% off in the annual catalog, not in the holiday. So I'm going to make the card, and then I'm going to take this catalog and we're going to flip to the back, and I'm going to show you some of my super duper favorites. And there's a lot of them, because if you watch my channel, you know I'm all about die cutting. Love it, love it, love it. So as well as the specials that Stampin' Up! Has, my November thank you gifts are at $45. You get the Eden's Gems. This is the second sheet of mine that I'm on. So you got them. If you're in Card Club, you'll get them, but these are limited edition. So they are coming in the November Card Club. But like I said, I'm on my second sheet, and because they're not going to be in any catalog ever, having 2 sheets of them most certainly isn't a bad thing. At $50, you get my VIP video. At $150 in November, you get the snowflakes. At $250, then you get both of my VIP videos and the supplies to make both the projects. So that's just the regular November. And over the sale days, if you spend $100, then you're also going to get a packet of the gold holly leaves. And I'm going to put them on today's card just so you can see them. So they're super pretty. And I want as many of you to see them. Look how pretty. Look, this is just pretty. You could put this on your desk and you could just have a little bit of happy from that. So we are going to do a Happy New Year's card. I'm going to show you some pretty dies. So here's the white cardstock. Go ahead and fold it in half. And then I don't know the names of all these dies, but they will be on the website and they'll be underneath the video. I'm doing too many things today. When they throw a sale on us like this, and we also had our on stage event last week. So 3 of my days were taken with that. And then yesterday I got all the packets ready for the class. And then Thanksgiving is coming, and I did open registration for my last November class. And then I will have one more class besides Card Club in December. And then I'm taking the last 2 weeks of December off. So there's one class open for registration now. I will have one in December, an online class. And then after that, well, starting in early December, I will take registration for my Try It class. That always fills up. But I can start prepping for that a little bit over December if I take some days off. Because that is a ton of work. That's why it fills up, because my husband would divorce me if I do too many. So this is one of our border dies, 20% off, because it's in the annual catalog. It comes with 6 different borders, and there's tons of different ways you can use them, but the most obvious way is to always just cut these fun borders. See, this one cuts like this. So now we're gonna have that, and you can do it this direction or this direction. This way it makes a fun little envelope, but for our card today, I'm gonna go this way. And then you can also save this, because when you start doing a bunch of them in different colors, I was originally gonna do the card and pool party. So you can see here, you can layer them like this. But I didn't like the pool party, so I switched back to white, because we can do that. You don't have to go with what you originally had. Then I just have, this is gonna go in the card. This is the gold and rose gold. And I went with these because this was my gift with purchase last month. And a whole bunch of you, so many of you have texted or emailed and said that you hadn't gotten that. But now that you see it, it's one of those things. So many times I tell you, it's so much prettier in person. And that is definitely one of those papers that is so much prettier in person. And then this is our brushed metallic. So it's kind of the bronzy gold color. So I'm gonna run these through. Again, these dies are 20% off, and I will point them out in the back, and then I will also put them underneath the video and on my webpage with it. So this card goes together super fast. Sometimes I like to have New Year's cards, because sometimes you get a Christmas card from somebody that you didn't send a Christmas card to, and you're like, oh, I forgot about them. Or, you know, somebody new that you maybe met in your neighborhood, or a new coworker or something, or a husband's new coworker, and somebody you just didn't think about. And then they send you one. Oh, my nose is itching. And so then if you have a Happy New Year card, you can like, well, I'm gonna send them this. And they'll think, oh, that's cool. These people do New Year's cards. So pop these out of here. It's also good if you want to do a New Year's party, or just have a few people over for a brunch. This would make a good invitation. Or if you just have family that lives across the United States and you don't get to see them often, and you send them a Christmas card in early December, it's another really fun way to just let them know that you're thinking of them. Because when you make cards, we like to find reasons to send them, right? Okay, so we have our words, and these are really pretty when you do it in the metallic paper. It kind of looks like, kind of like a liquid gold look. So just pop these out. I have the older ones. These are when we used to have them made by Sizzix. The new Stampin' Up! Ones work a little bit better, and the stuff doesn't stick in them quite as bad. But you know, if you already have one kind of die, you don't want to buy the same ones just because it comes out a little bit better. You can just poke them out, because nobody wants to have the same die twice just to have that, right? Okay, now I'm gonna take my card. When you use those border dies, it's better to fold your card in half, and then that way, if you cut this off, then you'll have to measure it to fold it, so it's folded in half properly. See, I have these little things from Eden's Garden everywhere. I'm gonna take this soft suede because I thought it looked, you could use the cinnamon. It looks a little bit like the coppery color as well. And then I pulled out some splatters from the Color and Contour set, just for a tiny bit of texture. I didn't want a whole lot of stamping. I really want my panel to be the pretty part, but it was a little flat with nothing. So just add a little bit of those. And then I have a blending brush, And I know I'm going to put my panel right here in the middle, so when you know something's going to go there, it's a great place to start. And kind of just let that go up and out, because that way if you have a dark spot where it touches, it's going to get covered up. So now we have that. Super simple. I'm going to take my gold piece and we'll put it in here first. Oh, the paper matches my nails. My nails, when I created this card this morning, I hadn't done my nails yet. And then my catalog came. Oh, look, and it matches that one. And I was like, dang, I have so much to do, and now I got to do my nails as well. I'm going to add some adhesive back here. And then I have, this is the art gallery ribbon. It is called the Fine Art Ribbon. And I'm just going to make a little double. You don't have to tie anything on this. These also would go together really quickly if you want to just have some on hand. So I'm going to put this here. And it's okay if it doesn't all grab, because I'm going to add some dimensionals there. Kind of sandwich that in there. Put that there. And then over on my ribbon stand, so I'm going to have to reach over and pull it off. I'm going to use the ribbon from the Cabin, Peaceful Cabin Suite. But I didn't pull it off because I added this at the end. But it picks up a little bit more of that pink, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. But because it was, I guess it's not a whole lot more than what I needed. I'm going to lay this. Just gonna have them all stuck together here. It's like a little bit of surgery. I'm just gonna add enough of these that it stays held onto the card. That one already has one pulled off. And let's get one more over here. So the class I have that you can sign up for right now is a recipe book and a really quick card class. The cards are kind of a bonus. So put that on there. And then I'm going to use my fine tip glue. It doesn't take a lot because this glue is really sticky, so you just need to put it on a couple of places. And I tend to not put it on the first or the last. That way you can still hold them, but it's plenty to grab it to your card. So there's our happy. You can use the green glue as well, or I could have used the adhesive sheets, but this was laying on my table from my other class. But if you don't put it on the first and the last letter, then you know you can touch those and you're not going to get it on you. The green glue comes out a little bit thicker because it's not a fine tip, as in the name of the fine tip glue pen. This isn't in the catalog. It does come in, if you do one of my classes or you're in card club or you come to a live event, you can buy one of my adhesive packs and it is in that. But you can search for it on the website and just search fine tip glue. We do have it available but for whatever reason, it's not in the catalog. So we've got that. You do need to make sure that you put this back on. It has this little needle and it just sticks right back in there and it keeps it from getting clogged. Oh, I guess I could have used it to put these on, but I'll just use my adhesive. These are the holly leaves. I was like, are they Christmassy? But they kind of are. They're wintry, right? Hollies are all winter. So it needs to take a second to dry. And now I've stuck it to my fingers. I'll lift up the other one so this can dry. So we'll do this one, and then I'll lift up the one I've already done. And stick one here. And the nice thing about these cards is, see, this can go over that edge, and it goes into that, but it's not going to be off the edge of the actual card. And then here are the Eden's Gems. So So I'm going to use a big one of the cherry. There's no cherry on this card, but because they're iridescent, it matches the pink, that rose color. Flip it over. I'm trying not to move my happy. Come on. It's touching the happy. There we go. And then we get a little one of the cherry ones. So the cherry ones are round. Put it down there on that one. And then I'm going to take these. These are actually succulent. But you can see that they have with the iridescent on them. That's why I was using the pool party originally. Because look, when you put the pool party with them, they pull it in. When you have the succulent paper, they're very obviously succulent. But because of the iridescent coating, you can get them to work well with a lot of different colors. So I'm going to take 3 of these now and let these kind of be starburst for our New Year's. I tried to pull out a stamp set that had starburst in it. And you know, like I said, I have so much to do today. So I stood there and looked at all of my stamps, and I have a lot of stamp sets. And I don't keep retired sets for this very reason. I have a few, some of my very favorite stamps of all time. Like if they're on that list, I have a few. I have maybe 5. So finally I found one, and I came over and it was perfect, and it had little starbursts on it. And then I thought, oh, I think it used to be a bundle. And then I looked it up in the catalog, and it's retired. And it wasn't by any stretch of the imagination one of my favorite sets ever. So I don't know how it stayed on my shelves. So here you go. Here's one I can open. Isn't that pretty? It's got lots of textures with the 2 different ribbons and the holly leaves, and then the 2 different kinds of papers and the little starburst there. And then you can just sign on the inside. Super fun. So let's take a little peek through the catalog. And remember, anybody who has ordered from me since July will get a copy of the catalog. So if you have a class or you're in card club, it will come with those in December. But let's take a look at some of my favorite dies that will be on sale. And then come back later today and you can see my walkthrough of what I got in my box. A real quick one. It's going to be super quick. I'm not going to stamp anything with it because I need to finish my other class. And then I'm working on a project with the pillow box that goes with these, and I'm going to do at least one more project with the dies that are on sale. So remember, you get a 10% discount, right, when you buy a new bundle. So when a catalog has a new bundle, when they're first introduced, you save 10%. 20% is better than 10. And sometimes you might not even want the stamp sets. Like this one right here, I love these dies, and you could live without the stamp set. So you'd save 20% by just getting the dies. So those are super cute. Another one, this is the one where I got the splatters today, but the only thing that you actually need, these 2 right here on the scalloped contours, those cut out the stamps. Everything else is just those really great layered squares. Love. These are some of my favorites. I use them all the time. Again, these flowers over here in the blossoms in bloom, you don't even need the stamp set at all. It does layer over the top. It's a little bit fiddly. I do love it, and I have a stamparatus on how to layer it perfectly, but you could live with just these. And I am going to, if you're my email subscriber, later this week, I will email a list of my videos that contain some of these ones that contain some of my favorite dies. Same with the Brilliant Wings. You don't have to have the stamps because these 2 dies on their own are fabulous. Then let's see, the same with the Quiet Meadow. There's nothing hardly in this. I used these dies when they first came out. Hardly even used the stamps with it because the dies cut out their really pretty flowers. Then I think the one that I'm going to do next for you is going to be with the Christmas trimmings. It cuts out the shape of a stocking, but the stars all overlap. You can live without having the stamp set on this one as well. But if you want the stamps, you would save 20% as opposed to 10 by buying them on sale. Then over here are the basic borders. So here's the one I used today, but see, you get a scoop, you get little scallops, you get clouds, super fun. The All Dressed Up, this makes the little purse. it doesn't have to have it stamp set because that goes perfectly. Give it a whirl. This was the one I've had it and I haven't even used it. It does make spinnies. I haven't used it. The iconic ones, those are on my possible. I might use them today. It feels like a summery spring set to me. I could do the mushrooms, I guess. But it's one of my favorite die sets. Doesn't even have a stamp set that goes with it. Layering circles. If you don't have these, this is the day to get them over the sale because they are fabulous and everybody needs layering circles. The layering dioramas. If you did my retreat where we did the dioramas and you didn't add those on, now's the perfect time to add them on. Then let's see. And I do like the dioramas. Some of the like layering circles, that takes no thought, right? You just need a circle, you cut out a circle. The dioramas do take a little bit more creativity. Ornate layers, they're kind of like the rectangles and the ones from not on the page anymore, the color and contour, but they're much more fancy. Then if you don't have the playful alphabet and you especially have children or grandchildren, or you're a teacher, a Sunday school teacher, and you do names or words, I did think about doing the Happy New Year out of that. It's a lot of cutting and I'm in a hurry today, but now's the perfect time to get them. Then if you don't have the stitched greenery, or this one over here that is the flower market, I do have a video with that, and I have several videos with the stitched greenery. Those are standalone as well. The other one that does have some stamp sets that go with it, but I haven't used them at all yet with the stamp sets that go, or the picture this. This one pops out both the rectangles and the circles. So we have used them in my classes because I'm able to send them to you, but then it also makes the fun windows. Super, super cool. That will be one that I try to put on my little list of ones to watch. Stitch leaves, this piece right here, I may pull that into the card that I do with the stars, just so you can see it. Like, it's not necessarily things that you might put together in the future. It's just because I want to show you a bunch of things at one time. But the stitch leaves, you don't have to have the stamp set because on their own. Same with the poinsettias. You can build poinsettias without having to have the poinsettia stamps. In fact, it's a little bit of overkill. You don't need the stamps to stamp a poinsettia and build a poinsettia. You can just build the poinsettia. And then I love my stitched whimsies. I love the Stitch So Sweetly. I love the sunflower. Again, you don't have to have this is the only one that you're going to lose the stamp on. Here's the word wishes that I used today. Here's the tasteful labels that I used today. The suit and tie. You don't have the patterns for the tie, but you can cut that tie out of designer series paper. You don't have to have the tie. I don't have the triangles. I know people love them. And then if you like those little cups, here's the little wraps for them. So that's what I have for you right now. I'm going to edit this super quick so I can get it posted, so I can get over. And I didn't even bring my new stuff up. How bad is that? I took some pictures of it. So you may have already seen pictures on my Facebook page or my Instagram. I just carried these up so I wouldn't even look at the stuff. It's just laying on the table. I laid it out, took a picture, and came upstairs. I'm trying to be super good. In fact, when I was packing your packages, you're getting the Italian candy, and I love that candy, and I sent it to my girlfriends this morning because it was early, and I'm like, I'm trying so hard not to have a piece of candy. It's been a really hard get going with what I have to do kind of day. So that's what I have. Make sure you're on my email list. Just hop over to my website, and then you can sign up there. Have a good one. Bye.